So we're in the tavern. We have a new member to our party. Everyone has chosen on the little sheet that I have that they're ready for adventure. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I thought you were going to tell us.
Well, I'm not in charge of your adventure.
We want adventure.
We need to figure out what's going on with the 3 combined man.
So
I feel like we'd be better served
he said
to not mess with
there's
that.
lore behind it.
quick refresh.
Well, we don't know that.
You guys were just stopping in this village on your way to the big city
Yeah.
in this county. You can ask around in this town for stuff that's going on, rumors essentially. You can go back and deal with the unfinished business from last time, or you can press on. I don't care what you do. You can go just live here for the rest of your life if you want to. It's all up to you.
I would like to inquire about the slave chained up
prisoner.
scribe.
You already
Nazgul.
You already know about all that, John.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
The
You're
prisoner,
from
the
here.
prisoner deity is a statue of their local deity.
You're from the county.
prisoner.
I think he wants to know more about the prison.
You as a player want to know more about it.
Yeah.
Your character already knows.
Okay,
That's what I'm telling you.
We haven't been. That hasn't been revealed, Sunshine. We got to know. I have to know as a player.
What do you want to know
He wants
about
to know
it?
more lore.
Just more in general?
There is a
Yeah.
chained up Nazgul sitting out there writing something down in the middle of the town.
No, it's a statue of a chained up Nazgul.
I thought he said it was an actual person.
No, it's a statue.
All right, well, I want to know what that said.
I mean, the statue may be a person. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what the experience of the statue is.
So in brief, I will tell you that it is a statue of a god they call the prisoner, and it has a name in their language, but who cares about that? And it's the person who writes down what is fated to happen. He is a prisoner of the other gods, sitting and writing what will happen.
Which,
all I wanna
which
know.
dovetails nicely with the society in which we live. It's nice.
We live in a very goth, very fatalistic society. That's this kingdom up here. That you're
Yeah, but in the game though, what is it like?
What level?
Getting political.
What kind of opportunities around here do we have to make some cash?
You don't know. You have to ask around and see what's up. And also, if you're a cleric, you should have a feature that's relevant to this. Boy.
Yep.
The cleric confirms that there's something relevant.
What does it say? Boy. You can look at the cleric's sheet if you want.
I can go to a hearing. A hearing.
What does it say? What does it say? Do you do it?
When you enter a hamlet, Hamlet,
What does it say?
We're not in a hamlet. We're in a village.
you will find a seat made of stumps.
I didn't say that. Read the whole actual words.
You will find a seat made
No,
of...
read before that.
When you enter a hamlet.
That's what it says.
What's the first word?
It should say settlement.
Nope, it says
It says
hamlet.
Hamlet.
I said it should say settlement.
It says hamlet, so I'm gonna...
I said it should say settlement.
Okay, fine. When you enter a hamlet, you will find a seat made of the stumps of 2 entwined trees. This is a garage hanata.
Almost.
Garage hanata?
Nope. Not quite. Garage hanata.
Garage hanata.
Made up language.
The entwined throne is what it means. Sit there, make your booth, and hear the complaints of the folk. Though your kind are rare in these days, they expect you to fix their problems, regardless of consequence. You can expect from them food, shelter, necessities, and respect.
So if you wish to do that, you may. But you don't have to.
What about money?
What about money?
There's not necessarily any money in it for you.
Seems like a dry well to me.
Although,
But money
as clerics,
and
you're not all about money.
places to live that cost money, so I mean, it's basically money.
His party is about money.
Maybe you could extort. Never mind.
Extort bad.
Wait a second.
Cleric. I would not stay here. I would go on.
I think we need to find out about that monster person. But
Yeah, what gain is that to you as a thief with your goal? What is your thief? What is your goal?
Monsters have layers, right?
Well, there is one thing that I am considering, and that this creature was created with a magical effect, of which I may care
and we may need
to
know-
inquire.
We may
upon.
need to know how to defeat it in the future.
I hear cutting his hands off and shooting it in the face with a crossbow bolt works.
Problem is that it has like 3 to 17 more hands.
Right, but I'm only one person.
I was gonna say-
maybe if I had other people actually helping me.
It would take a
Look
lot
at
of work to
Mr.
like
Who knows
defeat
so
it
much.
because there's like a lot of feet.
There's a lot of feet, so
You know what I mean?
He has 2
Like
backs.
defeat it.
you know what? You know what else is hard to defeat?
Let's try killing it instead.
The bottom is on
A
the
centipede.
Pathfinder.
Okay.
I gotta watch out for the top on the bottom, and the bottom on the top.
The back on the front, the front on the
What do you
back.
say I roll?
These are references only 90s kids will understand.
Even, we fight the monster. Odd, we leave.
We don't need to fight the monster. We've already fought the monster.
Yeah.
We need to find out about
They had
the
enough
monster.
of it.
No, I just need its
No,
magic.
if we've already fought the monster, let's just leave.
They didn't kill it though.
It just ran away.
They ran away.
It chased us.
Kill the monster or leave.
We don't even know where the monster lair is.
We need to find out about the monster.
We don't need to find out about a monster. John's prepping his roll.
Slow.
4. 4
Max.
is
You're being a slow jerk
good
about
roll.
it.
4.
That's good. So that was, which one was even and which one was odd?
Everybody wants to roll. That's good.
Even was monster, odd was leave.
Okay, so monster.
Well, I'm not going with that. Who established that as an authority?
No
We're a
one's making
self-governing
decisions, trying
autonomous
to
collective.
Figure something out, man.
Extreme executive power lies with the masses, not in some watery tart throwing out swords.
So I
Watery tart.
I'm with what is your name? Cleric?
Renee?
Renee.
Ryla.
Rila.
Rila.
I'm with Rila, the hot cleric. I mean the
is
cleric.
that your cleric subtype? Hot?
The cleric.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do that.
Because part of my deal is that I need to do something about abominations and kill them.
I need to do something about them.
I'm not exactly sure what.
Well, bounty hunter. Canis?
Canis.
Canis?
Canis.
Canis. Let's
Canis.
talk. Saturn.
Soldered.
Saturn.
This is all inside jokes from last episode, John. Don't worry about it.
Not worried about it.
How about this? You can keep whatever money we find. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the magic.
That's great. I just don't think we're going to find much money.
What if we find a lot of money?
What if we don't find any money?
But what?
Here's what I think. I think we might find more money by doing something than not doing anything. So let's do something.
You just gotta have faith.
Wow, could
Claire.
you just,
Let's just sit here and talk.
could you
in
speak
character.
more like empty platitudes at me, please?
Let's sit here and talk in character and drink beer.
Oh, the spider goddess lady helps those who help themselves.
All right.
I don't know anything about this thing, so if we're gonna find it, someone else who knows something about it is gonna have to tell me.
So-
what to
so
do.
What I know
There's
about
three-
it is that
there's three
it's
of us
scary
to
and it has
one.
5 hands instead of 6.
If we go now,
one does.
5 eyes instead of 6.
if we go now,
One does.
we can see its blood upon the ground
Mhm.
because we did spill blood,
It's true.
a good amount of it. We may be able to track it back to its lair and kill it while it's weakened.
But we need to find out what it is first.
Do you need to know what it is?
Yes.
I throw a rubber stone at you.
What a good party trick.
So I duck under Jim's bouncy ball.
Flashback to college years. That's the only reason people wanted him at parties, to throw rocks at people during keggers. They were made of rubber.
But it's true though.
Are
Sad.
there any
Sad hours.
libraries or
Maybe this is just a little village.
We need to strike while the iron is hot.
The only people who would have libraries here would be the priest of the parish.
Okay. Anything that they've described about this creature, would it sound familiar from anything I've read about in
Nope.
histories of...
You would hear something like this and think, "Oh, that's an abomination.
I should kill it.
I should kill it."
Okay, that's my
I should
mind.
have asked more of the wife. The mother from the...
That you guys saved.
Yeah,
The
about
forester's wife.
like when did this happen? Like when did it first appear and attack your husband? How long ago? Do you remember anything else?
I'm sure you guys discussed this.
That's done.
It's 2 days ago. That was it. That's
Yeah.
when the husband was killed in front of their eyes in the little clearing around their house. And the next day, the oldest son, the elder Ajax the Greater, went out to track down the creature that dragged away the father's body. But the oldest son was never seen again. Or at least not seen until you guys showed up.
Was this in the middle of the day that the father was attacked?
Yeah, it was like the afternoon.
And
Maybe
where?
the creature absorbed them, and if we break open the creature, we'll find the people inside.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Alright, so where's his blood?
Maybe we'll find their loot.
Let's go see if we can find the blood.
Let's open up
So
his booty
this-
and get the looty.
This
Let's
town,
go. Let's go.
this village has no information about this creature.
You can ask people about it, but...
I ask everyone. What
Okay,
does
so you're
it
asking around the tavern. People say, no, I don't know what you're talking about. You okay?
What about this
say?
priest?
Even the priest?
So you go to the church. So this is a village. John, you weren't here for this discussion of terminology, but hamlets are very small, don't have walls, don't have churches. Villages, the next step up, they have usually just like a fence, like a wooden wall, and they do have a church and have a priest in the church. So you would go to this priest. He would have at least a book of to conduct the services with, and perhaps some scriptures and maybe a few other books. And
Like a monster manual.
yeah, like a monster manual. The Malleus Maleficorum.
Ooh.
Oh, busting out knowledge of non-game items.
Not Necronomicon.
Ooh.
Written by the mad Arab Abdul Al-Hazard.
There you go, buddy. You've been reading that HP.
Dang.
Okay, thank you. You want to go and talk to him? See what's up?
Sure.
All right. The church here is built in the old style, which is a small hallway. It's just like an aisle with a bulbous end, like a circular end, kind of like the abdomen of a spider. And then there are 4 arches on either side, which represent legs. Do you see?
I see.
Do you see?
Now I know.
The priest just lives in one of the back rooms here. So he's here pretty much all the time. He's sweeping when you come in. He's a very small man, elderly, and actually not elderly. He looks more elderly than he is. He's only probably like 50, right? And he greets you. You do the yada yada, and you start talking to him, and he says, "I ain't never seen nothing like that. I don't want to see nothing like that. I don't know nothing about it, man. I'm just a simple priest, man.
Would you have any scrolls or
Yeah,
tomes?
yeah, but it's all the stuff I'm sure you know about. I mean, you got more book learning than I do. I just grew up here, and I just took over from the last one that was here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Where can we find it?
yeah, I don't know nothing about
Do you
no
know-
monsters. Not over there. Nope.
Anywhere we could find information on monster? Any hunters or anything
Just
like
look in
that?
your heart. That's what I tell everybody every week.
Okay. One of those. Okay.
But doesn't this guy feel driven to remove the aberration from existence?
Oh yeah, thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts plus prayers.
I look through your scrolls.
Yeah, sure. So he's got some portions of the scripture, not even the entire bits that you would be familiar with from your time in the monastery. He's got a book of ancient poetry. He's got a book of receipts, like a ledger for the church. And then he's got a book of his own poetry.
Okay, it's 4 books.
Yep. But he
Book of his own poetry.
He doesn't want to show you the last one.
Aw, I want to look at that one.
It's just I wrote it like 30. Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
Stupid.
I was young and in love.
Sweet.
Don't worry, it's
liquor.
stupid. Let's go track the thing while the trail is
Yep,
fresh
let's
before
go
we
find
lose
some
it.
blood.
And let's do a little bit of the ultra violence to it.
Okay, you're leaving.
Wow.
And as you turn over your shoulder, you see him going, whew, and then you leave the church. All right, now what? Just go back the way you came?
That's right.
So how are you armed, Jonathan? Did I even put on your inventory sheet something, or am I a terrible DM?
A shield, a spear.
Oh,
a knife.
good. Whoa, what a great DM I am. I put weapons on there.
I don't think I have any armor. I just have robes.
Nope, don't have armor. That's great. Everybody wants to run. That's good. But just walk to Gunnersville. So you guys walk back the way you came. You're going west now, away from the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a map, John.
Cool, I see it.
There,
I have X-ray vision. I can see it.
We're gonna find the little trail.
It's very accurate.
That's good.
You can find the trail that leads into the forester's hut a couple minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
Track your way in.
Start tracking.
And as you begin to enter the forest, you start to see drops of blood. A large gout that's sprayed, presumably from its eye. And then later on, you see a severed hand on the ground. Actually, it's not a hand any longer. It looks like a hand print that has been made in a white liquid, gelatinous and cloudy, and has since spread. And so it looks like a big fat hand, and it's soaking into the ground.
I want to know more about this phenomenon.
Okay.
Does it seem magical?
You don't have a detect magic spell. You don't
Are there
remember
words?
anything.
Read mag. I'm gonna cast read magic and read it.
You can try.
Okay.
It's a,
I did that.
do a d12.
What?
Do a d12. You got the time in the world. This is not a big deal.
Seriously.
Is that a 1?
Did you roll a 1?
That's good, right?
It's a reverse crit.
So start saving. So you lose 1,
Uh huh.
then you start rolling.
It's
Okay,
good.
you're fine.
Oh, wow.
This is a baby game.
So the material starts wiggling
Uh-huh.
and congealing, and then leaps at your face, but you can dodge out.
Quick!
What?
And then it again.
Stab it with my
I want this power. Let's see. I
stab
have
it.
You can stab it. It does nothing.
Okay. I just wanted to stay on the ground.
I kind of want to take it with me, but I feel like we're gonna get a lot more of it soon. So I'm not gonna worry about it.
Okay.
Onward, ho!
This seemed bad.
Wait,
Right.
was that a bad comma? Oh.
Really
Okay.
does
The
seem
comma's in the same place regardless.
Bury it.
I'll try hard.
yeah.
Okay, you want to bury it?
Bury it in a place where we can find it again and leave.
Okay, well it's just like goo. It's like Jello on the ground.
It's fine. Just kick dirt on it.
Yeah, well, I just don't want it to jump on anybody else that happens to want it.
That's fine. You can bury. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I understand it. I'm seeing you bury it.
Okay.
Fantastic. You guys walk and are now. Did you ever just walk? Did you guys see that meme I posted? It's a general.
Yes.
I'm trying to play a D&D game right now.
Okay. When do you ever just walk?
Yeah,
When you walk in?
I totally saw it.
I walked to Gunsville.
Okay. Anyway, so you get to the house.
Okay, so we're walking.
Really makes no sense whatsoever.
Okay, so you get to the house. There is a board that's been knocked out. The door's been knocked down.
Wonder who
That's
did
the
that.
situation. There. You know what else is there? Carrot soup spilled over.
A giant mound of carrots also.
Giant amount of carrots. Did you know read episode 1?
20.
Oh,
Probably up to
121.
125 now.
Giant amount of carrots.
Giant mound of
Okay.
carrot mound.
Anyway, so that's what you see. Meanwhile, this has been enough of a rest that you can regain your save.
I don't care.
It's fine. You don't need it.
Baby game.
The trail of blood is obvious.
Yes.
Goes into the woods.
Slay mama.
There are many trails out beyond. There's a small station back in the clearing behind the forester's house where you can see he's done work on things. There's a pile of firewood. There's a place where he evidently makes his own arrows. There are a few there that are still made. There's a bow standing there under a little awning. Anybody wants a bow and some arrows? There's some.
Oh, I'll take him.
Okay, it's not very large. I guess you can consider it a short bow
Yeah.
in D&D terms.
But aren't you small?
Yeah, he's just a normal person.
Oh, I thought you were small.
No,
Okay.
I mean he's a small
I mean,
normal person.
I'm short, but I'm not like small.
He's not the small
Big.
folk. He's not a hobbit.
Arrows.
2d6.
Seven. Seven's the answer.
It's 5, 6.
Ooh.
Ooh, 11 arrows. That's good. Everybody wants to run. That's good. So there are many paths that go into the woods from here because this was the king's forester. He walked into the woods beyond here to check on poachers and this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Sitch.
and sitch.
And sitch.
On one of these paths, there is an obvious trail of blood.
Ladies.
It doesn't even require a bounty hunter to find this thing out. Okay?
Come on, guys. You're welcome.
You're leading us down the straight path to our doom.
I agree.
Turn neither to the right hand nor the left.
Straight and narrow.
Yes.
All right, follow the blood.
The blood continues. It begins to become sparser and sparser. But in the end, you find that it leads to a hillside covered in vines and ivy. The ivy and vines in one place have a smear of blood on them. What do?
That is a secret passage.
Touch it.
Let's get the thief who's really
Yeah.
sneaky
So I'm gonna
to do this.
Creep up on it. I'm going to take my short sword and I'm going to try to part the ivy to see if there's an actual entrance there.
There is indeed.
Official.
So I'm going to take my... I have dark vision, right?
No, baby. This isn't a baby game.
So I
this
can
is
be
a game
bard,
for babies.
and
I was over here feeling like it was a baby game.
I can be a bard, but I can't have dark vision. What's happening in this topsy-turvy world we live in?
You can have bard vision.
Everything you see is musical
Sonar,
notes.
you just strum on your
Yeah,
lyre and it comes
synesthesia.
back to you.
If I die, I'm coming back as a monk.
Hey, I don't care. You can be a monk because basically that's just a cleric, so it's fine.
All right, so I'm going to take out my hooded lantern,
Okay.
and I'm going to start slowly creeping up, very carefully, as to make no noise.
You keeping that beam narrow AF?
Yeah, boy. And since I have a good sense, wait, no.
Ooh, he reading my words. He up in the truth. He's getting in the word over there. It ain't even Sunday
You
afternoon
can
yet.
detect traps,
Yeah, I can detect traps.
find secret doors, move in the shadows,
Yeah.
like one yourself. You can move like a shadow.
Just basic bee thief stuff.
Yeah, so I'm gonna slowly creep up. Then
All
what
right.
happens?
You gonna go in dungeon?
I'm gonna slowly creep up and see what I find first.
You in a cave now.
Okay, what's the cave look like?
Dark AF, fam.
But I have a hooded lantern
Yeah.
and a
Okay.
little bit of light, so I can see what. Clearly, I can see what I'm looking at here.
Okay. As you creep up, when you walk in, do you ever just walk? The cave passage sprouts. No, it doesn't sprout as you walk. It has sprouted historically. And the evidence of that sprouting remains to this day for your observation. You could say it is a percept of yours. You see strange fungi on the walls, moss, lichen. The entire interior is damp, and you hear a tinkling sound that makes you want to go wee-wee a little bit. You can proceed, and as you do, carefully prying with your lantern beam, you see that after a few paces, the passage will open up, but the unpleasant sight that greets you is a circle. So imagine an opening, right? We've got a small canal, and it's opening as to a uterus.
Wait,
Is that the best
Don't worry about
descriptor?
do you see you have a cervix?
Yes, he's passing the cervix.
And I come out and say, I'm at your cervix.
You have entered the womb of the earth. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Oh.
And as this passage widens, there is a circle of skulls on the ground
Okay.
in front of it,
All right.
such that one would need to step into or over that circle in order to pass by. The skulls are of various derivations, ancestry, shall we say.
Okay.
Bears, wolves, also a good smattering of humans.
All right.
And the blood goes over them?
Straight over.
The bears.
The bears, the bulls.
So we just walk right over, right?
Hang
Thief?
on. Just
That's all
keep
you see.
explaining.
Beyond that circle of skulls, it takes a sharp left. You can't see. You'd have to go.
All right. So I can detect
Are you doing
traps.
that by yourself right now?
Yeah. I can detect traps. Do I detect any traps?
What that means is that you'll get a chance, whereas it might just spring on somebody. Okay? Don't worry. You are the safest person to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
This is your job.
Mm-hmm.
You are like Bilbo.
I'm going to take one of my arrows
Okay.
and I'm going to shoot it into the middle of that circle.
So make a bunch of noise.
It won't make that much noise. Is it like soft ground in the middle of the circle, or is it like hard rock?
It is damp rock. There's a small puddle in the middle of the circle.
I feel like you're playing kind of a baby game here.
You just hold on there, Sunshine. I'm plucking this chicken. All right, I want you to. I'm going to take an arrow and I'm going to shoot it right in the middle of the circle, right where the blood trail goes over, right in the middle.
Ping, the arrowhead breaks off.
Okay.
The shaft clatters and lies against a human skull and a bear skull. And nothing happens. It's all superstition and games. It's fine.
Okay. So I'm going to go cross over.
Listen,
So there's a cavern going to the left. So what do I see now?
you see a small fire.
To the so past the skulls.
Take
there's-
it.
The cavern goes to the left.
Yep, and it opens
Passage
up again.
Okay. So this is a very small opening.
Yes.
Okay.
And now it opens to a larger chamber where there is proper stalactites and stalagmites. This is the limestone cave.
And I see a small fire.
A small and greasy fire burning dimly, giving off much smoke. It smells like 3-week-old barbecue. And there is a deer skeleton laid near and around, curvature of its spine matching the curvature of the fire pit. Do you understand?
Okay.
Outside the fire pit. And hunched over this, like a seer looking into a seeing stone, is our friend, the 5-eyed and 2-handed monster boy. There is the glint of metal on the far end of the wall. You can actually see this is a very small chamber. It's maybe 30 feet in diameter total by maybe 20 feet deep, with various natural rock shelves. And on these shelves, you can see that there is something that seems bronze or brazen. What it is, you can't make it out, but it looks like it's crafted by human hands.
Okay.
Like set up as in display.
This is on the other side of where his
beyond the
campfire.
fire, beyond the creature.
Do I see any other creatures in there besides him?
No, you do not. And in fact, roll me a d12 for me. Thank
A
you.
D12?
This is your stealthing.
A 1.
That's not good. Because at this moment, as the beam of light enters the chamber, the creature
Sees me.
pops eyes out on the back of its head,
Skirt.
and they widen, and it reaches down and grabs a chunk of metal that is in fact a crude machete.
Okay.
And he turns to you and roars. But his roar, again, sounds like a dissonant harmony.
Okay.
What do?
I run straight back out to the entrance of the cave since I've lost any element of surprise.
Did you find the
Yes.
magic?
And I'm going to confer with my compadres here.
Okay, so you get out. Here's the cave entrance. Daniel, the blackness of his shirt is the blackness of the cave entrance.
Okay.
I presume you guys are on either side. You've got 2 stacked up on either side, right? That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Okay. You're relaying what happened.
Okay.
What's the plan?
He's
so if
coming
he-
out. He's chasing. He's
Can I
probably gonna
can I
come
cast on
The
multiple
instant he
rocks?
says something's following him, I get right in front of this opening, get my spear out and point it,
Mhm.
put one end in the ground,
I get you.
foot, with
Classic.
Never seen that before.
ready for something to come charging out of there and run into my spear.
It's beautiful. It's classic. It's traditional. I love it.
Okay.
It's like the Latin Mass of tactics.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, Jim, you had a question about magic.
Yeah. Was there magic in there?
You weren't there. You don't know. He's such a plebeian. He wouldn't even know how to tell you. But what you
He's
got another
bringing back out and saying, was there magic?
magic. All right. So what was your actual question though? Can you cast on two things at once?
Yeah.
It just increases the difficulty.
Okay.
More chance that something goes wrong.
Okay.
So it decreases your die size.
So how big is it? The opening?
The opening of the cave?
Yeah.
Just barely larger than you'd have to stoop to get in, and it's barely larger than a normal sized man. So you'd be squeezing in there, Porky.
So I'm gonna turn it into like a pit trap. Would that be helpful?
Turn it.
No.
What? It what?
The floor,
How do you do that?
because it'll squish down.
It's made of wreck. It's made of wreck.
It's made of rack, and it'll step on it, and it'll go down. Tim's not
And
buying it.
hopefully he'll
The
stumble.
ground is like solid rock.
The ground is lava now.
So,
Yeah, and then I'll turn it into lava.
so the ground
That's
is
next
solid
level.
rock, and then you make the ground into solid rubber. It doesn't become like liquid. You can fall into
But it might.
But
he,
it's-
might
But it might
Squishy and
destabilize
soft.
him.
he might lose his balance and
It's-
Right.
fall.
It's squishy and soft.
Yeah, I'm losing a balance and fall is different from pit trap.
Okay, I'm just gonna collapse the whole cave.
Yeah,
It's
because
not like it becomes. It's not just goop.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, if
so.
the
But look,
rocks on the outer layer
That's right.
are then 1/10 of the weight,
Mhm.
perhaps it's not enough to maintain.
No, and they're flexible now. They're not
right,
rigid
it's
anymore.
a
so-
rubber ball, so he's gonna step
I'm just
on
gonna
it.
collapse. I'm gonna collapse either side of the doorway,
That's a good plan.
and then hopefully it'll just kind of right on top of him.
Then all his treasures in there with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
his
in Twitch
treasure is
Breath,
just a
it's
bunch
gonna
of
go
rocks
back
and
to
bones,
rock.
though.
It's true. Maybe he doesn't actually have any treasure.
But then I can just turn it back into rubber and move the rocks.
Makes sense.
I'm down with it. So you got your spear.
And Jim's like,
Wait,
Daniel,
wait,
the
wait, I have
spell's
a
too OP.
I have a question. Since bones are made of calcium, and calcium is kind
Nope.
of rock.
It's
It's not
basically-
rock.
He
Nope,
turned
nope,
bones into
nope,
rubber.
nope, nope.
Stop it. So you've got your spear ready. You've got your spell ready, right?
Uh-huh.
I'll be standing back a little bit with my hand crossbow.
I'm ready to put D4 damage on you. That's not a real thing in this game.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna. So what exactly are you trying to do? I need you specifically.
So there's an opening.
What's in your imagination?
The sides of either side of the doorway, as far out as I can possibly manage, I'm going to turn into rubber so they don't support the entrance anymore.
So the entrance caves in
No.
itself.
So then the entrance will cave in like that.
I will give it a
No.
D6.
But look, hey, listen.
I get a D6, bro. Listen, that's like bitty.
Okay, but listen to this. He's got a spear
Uh
at the entrance.
huh.
If I can get him to chase me, and you can change the floor into that, and he
Uh-huh.
loses his balance, boom.
I like my solution better.
That's what he's prepping anyway. It's already happened.
Do you want art? Okay.
There's gonna be a 200 IQ move coming up here. Okay, so and his spell
I got
might
the best
totally,
brains.
His spell might totally flub, right? So
Or I might murder it in one shot. I'll kill it
So
in one
you
hit.
have your spear ready.
okay,
Ready?
you've got your spear ready. You've got a black cloak. You've got the spider shield. You got the spear. You're ready to rock. And so we see this chick cleric doing this junk. You're waiting with a knife or something or a sword.
I'm behind him. Her.
Yep.
'Cause I
And
don't have
Tim,
a
you're ready with
Sim.
your crossbow, right?
Yep.
Okay. So sure enough, this cocky little monster comes running after you.
You made a mistake.
Now you done messed up. Or maybe not. Maybe you guys are about to die.
We're about to get ready.
Maybe we
The
get hacked to
must-step of
pieces.
AA Ron.
Maybe we're about to get hacked to pieces.
It's coming. It's getting closer. You dive out of the way. Sticks, you dive out of the way. You're out of the cave entrance. This thing is barreling right after you.
Don't screw it up,
It
Jim.
sees the spear. It sees something is
It says,
messed up
"Skirt."
here. Skirt! But it may be too late.
50-50. 50-50.
Did you know?
You hit another dice.
But interference though, because I did hit the dice when I.
Yeah, he hit another dice.
It didn't actually roll. It was just like
Do it again.
Did it not actually roll?
Didn't really roll.
Yeah,
Right?
it
Just
hit
roll.
it flipped.
Okay, ready?
Wait, no, wait.
It didn't really roll. It
Wait,
just flopped out of my hand.
It did, really.
Bounced on the dice.
did it emerge as a 2 and stay as a 2 the entire time?
I saw
hard
it
to
slide
say.
as a 2.
I was in it swimming.
I didn't see it.
I saw it.
Did you really see it? Or
Still a 2.
Our Lady has determined.
Wait, let me try again. It's a 2!
Jeez! Did you roll 3 2s?
No,
That's a 5.
Oh.
Okay, so start your saves, baby.
Oh, baby, I'm on it.
It's a 2! A 1! No!
That's a 2.
A 2!
Oh my gosh.
A 3? Come on, Jim.
Please.
Yeah! Jeez, oh
Remember that time I killed myself casting a spell? Thank you, D&D.
my gosh.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Daniel.
That was highly
So-
improbable.
Your entire body turns to rubber, and the trees around you for 20 yards turn to stone. You fall back and bounce.
Down the hill.
Because my rubber leg doesn't support my body anymore.
Wait, so the trees turn to stone. Does that mean like it's falling apart and branches are falling all around us now?
It just means that
They became petrified.
Okay.
I was out of my element there. I tried to outdo myself. I was out of my element.
Yes. And so now you have a rubber body,
Uh-huh.
and you're recovering a bit, don't worry.
No, so I'm not worried. Do I look worried? I think this is great.
I'm down to 1 dice. You know, like,
I'm like, wobble, wobble, wobble. And I'm like flopping down the hill, wobble, wobble.
I'm the most relaxed I've ever been.
You're like, this is my life now. Okay, now, John, that's happening. It didn't affect anything that's happening in this target area.
So you're waiting?
So you, as the one that's prepared, may engage the enemy. Well, I guess we have to see if it impales itself on your spear, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you roll it. I'll give it a 50-50 chance. Give it a d6 there, baby. Got it.
So
Boom.
I hit him or he made it.
No, he failed. It's,
Okay.
If you roll it, it's
You,
beneficial to you.
4 or more, you're successful in what you intended to do.
Yeah.
okay.
So this thing, it goes forward on like 3 arms, like a baboon, like a gorilla. Both 3 arms.
It's over 6 feet tall.
With 2 legs and a bunch of like tumorous, pale appendages flopping off of it. With like a kind of, you know, the monsters in the Descent, the kind of pale goblin looking things with that kind of face, right?
But bigger eyes?
With like 6 eyes, 5 now because Tim shot one of them out, and it's coming at you. But now it impales itself inadvertently in the chest on your spear, and it begins to wriggle and writhe, and its really dissonant dubstep is getting to you. So, what do you guys do?
All right.
Oh, you got to shoot your thing, right?
What kind of sword do you have, Tim?
Just D8, baby.
It's just like a longsword.
Chop his head off.
I'm glad all your weapons didn't
Well, I
turn
mean, I
rubber.
was standing at a distance. I was shooting.
I mean, you can not shoot if you want. Things are going your way now. You can change your mind.
And if that's the case, I'm behind him with a short sword, so I could try.
Apparently, that's from the Descent.
But I think
Dead,
you
dead
should.
person, rat crawls out of her mouth.
I think you should hit him with the long sword. Chop his head off.
Is that supposed to be a dead body? What is that? Is that from the same movie?
No. Tim, you need to put
Alright.
in some work now.
All right, so it's still D8 for if I want to attack it with a sword and stuff.
Yeah, I'd say you got even odds. He's really in a situation right now.
Well, I want to try to chop that head off.
So we see you moving up, drawing your sword. You have to drop your crossbow on the
Yeah.
ground.
Mm-hmm.
You're drawing your sword. You're going up. You're pressing Y. You're two-handing it. Boom, it's gone.
Baby,
Mm.
MVP, MVP.
Well, who's the real MVP?
I mean, I did distract it.
Who went into the cave, you jacklegs?
I
Stacey
cut off
didn't
his
do anything
hand. I
again.
shot an eye out.
I did more than
Saying,
looking at
Third time's
windows.
the charm.
Boom.
And so its head does indeed fall off.
But is it dead?
About to find out.
No.
I didn't think it was dead.
Son of a.
It continues to writhe and move, and you can see new growths sprouting out. One right in the middle of its chest. What do?
What is
Stacey
the growth?
hasn't done anything.
What's the growth?
Yes.
I
It just
haven't
looks-
done anything.
You know,
Are
like
freaking
on,
crazy?
you know, like
And
an
this-
Alien when the thing, the
round.
chest
Oh,
burst is
yeah.
about to come out.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that.
Well, I could try my spell one more time.
Roll
Are
a
you still-
d8 to see if
I don't
you
think you
have
should do
recovered
that.
yet.
I was gonna say, aren't you still Plastic Man down there? At the
There's
bottom of the
no
hill?
penalty if you fail. It's just to see
If
if,
you
it
could really
happens.
become plastic, man, that would be very advantageous.
That
You're
would,
good.
really would.
You're non-rubber again.
Do we have any
I
fire?
still feel a little rubbery, but maybe
Yeah.
I always did.
Do we have any fire we can immediately create?
His lantern is.
I have a flask of oil and spirits.
Mm-hmm. I've got spirits too.
You could break your lantern over.
I think you should try throwing some oil and your lit lantern on it. Burn it.
Burn it
down
with
and
fire.
walk away.
Burn it with fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my flask of oil
Mm-hmm.
and throw it on him, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna smash my lantern over on top of him to release the fire.
Just
on
roll a
him.
d12. He's really struggling right now. You got a good chance of getting this done.
11.
Now he's on fire.
Does he seem happy about that?
He's still doing the same thing, but on fire.
Okay, that's fine. So he's still impaled. Do you have anything else besides a spear?
Got a knife.
Okay, that ain't gonna do nothing.
I'm
I
gonna
say, Tim, hack him again.
wait.
I cut off more appendages.
I would try to get him in the
hold on.
midsection.
Hold on, I'm right there.
We might end up
right
with two
on
of
it.
these things.
I'm a foot
He's
away
an
from this thing,
earthworm.
Yes.
and this bird is like, okay.
Yeah, it's a big
So-
problem.
Yeah, like on shows where they keep
But-
pushing like into your spear, and they're getting closer and closer and closer
Like
to you.
Dracula, he
yeah.
just
How heavy is it?
He's 300 pounds.
Okay, so I'm not gonna like pick it up and like
Nah,
stab it in the ground.
It's not
or-
gonna happen.
No, okay. So I'm gonna take my dagger and try to stab this
growth.
growth in its chest.
Okay, you do. If you roll a d12.
8.
You do. The growth bursts and a bunch of white fluid spills out onto the ground below. Like on, is it Alien or Aliens? When the
Yeah,
robot
the
goes. Yeah.
Xenomorphs.
Alien.
No, the site with
When
the
the
robot
bishop
thing.
dies.
Yeah.
Oh, Bishop, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like that.
Oh, spoilers. Sorry, spoiler alert. Bishop dies.
Spoilers from 1994.
He's also a robot. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
94. It's like 1979.
It's still for a
not
second.
aliens.
And then another growth begins on its
Well,
back.
I feel like that was
I thought that was in
89.
the first one. That was.
Okay, so it was still for a second after doing that, and then now another one's going.
So you're
Yeah.
gonna just keep stabbing its growth.
Hit the growth.
Really?
We're gonna
Hit
just
it.
get stabbed.
again.
There's another. Wait, where's the growth coming from?
It's back now.
Yeah,
Stab
but
it.
it seemed like it stopped moving and it was still for a minute after I broke it. So I don't know. Keep it up. Keep hitting the growth.
Roll a d20.
Infinite stabbing
No,
this.
him.
Me.
Crit.
10.
10.
Same thing.
Okay.
And then. And it's still on fire. Is it still on fire?
It's still on fire.
It's gotta be.
It doesn't care though, does it? I mean, it likes the fire.
The same process is happening, although it seems more agitated now.
Define agitated.
I won't say it's a pain response, but it's what you would imagine a pain response would be.
Okay. It doesn't like it.
We all know animals can't feel pain, but if one could, this would seem to be responding in a manner consistent with that.
So we could try this for a little bit longer. Maybe we could cut off more appendages while we're at it.
We can just loot the place while you guys are poking its
Really?
sucks
I don't think that
It's
is.
dermatology, adventure dermatology.
You need to say a prayer over this.
I'm gonna take my flask of spirits
This is unholy.
and stoke
Do
that
something,
fire.
cleric.
Yeah. Well, why not? I start muttering prayers from my book of common prayer.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
So who's stabbing it? Anyone?
I am.
Yeah. Can you keep?
Oh, we just keep on the stabbing game?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
keep hacking.
I want to like
and
cutting off
who's gonna
any
loot the
invisible
place while,
appendages.
should we go loot the place then?
Okay. How long are you willing to keep this up?
Till it's dead.
5 minutes has gone
Long
by.
enough for this guy to
And it just keeps
recover
happening?
and try to rubberize a really heavy rock and put it on top of it and then re-stone it so we can smash
Yeah, I'll
it.
just like regular rubberize and not super rubberize,
Okay.
Yeah, we want to smash it with a really heavy rock.
and just drop a giant rock on it.
yeah.
It's as big as my torso, and I've got a big torso.
Okay, you've got all the time in the world, D10.
He's a thick boy. Who?
Wait,
Him?
10?
Yeah, D10.
Yeah.
And you kill yourself with magic.
6.
Got it.
It is a big, heavy rock, and it now weighs down and is partially crushing the thing.
Yeah, is it still wiggling?
A little bit, but a couple minutes later, it stops. The fire has eaten through most of its body, especially near where the rock has crushed it, and it stops moving.
Oh my God.
Does it actually?
So, you know, like
That's
in
great.
the hacking thing, there's like ways of elegantly hacking, and there's brute forcing it. That was brute forcing it. You didn't solve like the thing that did it,
Yeah.
but eventually you got there. And there's only one thing here, so you were fine. If there had been two of them, it'd have been a problem.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. All right,
Okay,
so
inside there are D6 of them, I'm just kidding.
That's really funny.
Good lord.
So he just kept poking his little pustules until he said a giant rock.
It's like, enter the password. Just type all the possible keys. Bang on the keyboard.
Oh my gosh.
to the dictionary.
This is a stupid game.
It's easy, guys. It's a baby game.
Baby
Come on.
game.
It's nothing. It's nothing. I got 1 die left. Come on. Come on.
6 arms, legs, 6 eyes. There's something in the numbers.
Nah.
I mean, to research that in religious text.
6 of the pussy things we could have, if we knocked out 6 of the pus things, maybe.
No.
I'm saying if we want to try to figure out something more about this, we should research when we get to a place with the better resources, libraries, stuff about.
Because the way he talked about that made me think that we have the potential of running into one of these again, and more than just one.
Well, hopefully we'll learn something from this encounter. Bad chance. We're just gonna end up setting rocks on him next time.
We're always gonna have big rocks that we turn into rubber.
Oh. Hey, maybe we'll learn something, right, guys?
Learn not to do this again.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hey, so are you
Wait,
sitting there the
so-
whole time thinking, why have you retards not tried this?
No. That worked out. I had no idea that it would ever happen that way, but it happened.
How much XP do we get?
None. There's no XP in this game.
I'm gonna keep asking that though.
Okay. But if you ever encounter one of these bad boys again, maybe you'll be a little bit.
Nope.
You have a little bit more. Maybe not though. Maybe
Probably not.
Maybe you can go to the big city, find some mention of this in some archive somewhere. And,
I want to take. I
Like
want
the
a
wise man
sample
once
of
said,
it. I want a piece
Wood
of it.
chipper beats everything.
okay.
I want a piece of it.
So I assume.
What
What do
Wait,
you mean? You
but
want
maybe
a piece?
but maybe we'll find jars or something inside. So then I'll get a jar and then I'll get a piece of
Okay. Do you guys want to take a rest now, or do you want to explore the cave first?
I think you need to rest.
Take a rest.
Rest require a moment.
it. A precious moment.
So roll for it. Who's John's not gonna get it because he's not here.
I'm not gonna do it because I've done it already.
I'll do it. What do I roll? D20?
Well, if you're
No.
saying you do it, you just do it,
We're
No,
rolling
give
to
me
see.
the.
and you can always
You
nominate
just
someone
like
else.
volunteered like right up
Yeah,
there.
I know.
Look at this drama
I
club
didn't learn
boy.
anything. 5 years in the military, I didn't learn anything.
It's the time for acting.
Acting.
Acting? Thank you.
What are you
Alright,
thinking?
Folks, a hell of a drug.
so I sit there before we enter
Tell
the
us,
cave.
Meadow, what you're doing.
Well, it's Revelation.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm thinking back to my life as.
Your character is Styx the thief.
I'm thinking back to my life as on the street, and I am almost salivating at the prospect of treasure or anything that can help advance me to my goal as an apprentice in the Thieves Guild.
So we need something concrete, something that you could see if it were a TV
I do
show.
this with my hands.
That would be a slice of life, and that's fine.
I've got a slice of life too.
That's fine. We're not limited to one. Anybody can do this at any time.
I've got a cold slice on my hand. I take a drink of it.
Roll tide.
So Saturn is sitting fatly on the ground, like basically like,
Sits fatly?
slumped over.
Man, you are sitting so fat right now.
And he's turned away from everyone, and his eyes are welling up, and he just feels like such a failure, and he always feels like a failure, and always feels like he will be. There you go.
Sad hours.
He could not be more lonely.
That's good. That's what I'm living for right now.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. All right. The rest is over. Everyone can recover 1 die from your saves. And now you may explore, and I'm just going to say you can explore the rest of this in peace. It's a very small cave. It's a very small entrance. It's a very small adventure that you've been on. Inside, there's a fire pit, like I said before, with a deer carcass. There's puddles of water all about. Stalactites, stalagmites. A rule that I have, if you're in a fight, if I assumed that the fight would occur in the cave. So that's why I made sure that there were pools of water in there, stalactites, stalagmites, because a rule that I have is if you're in a straight fight, if you use the environment in your fight, get like advantage on your roll. So if you try to like drown someone in a pool, even if it'd be a D4, you get like a D4 with advantage. So roll it twice, take the best result. Just for more funsies. That's all.
So if I turn part of a stalactite,
It pretty much doesn't apply to magic. It's
into-
more just to avoid having to say, I fight him.
but I turn part of it into rubber, and then it breaks off and falls from the ceiling. Is that cool? Or
That's pretty much just included in this spell.
to go?
You're so much more flexible than the fighter
You go
types.
boop up their head.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you can do like all kinds of crazy junk all the time.
Yeah, I can.
Where these guys are mostly like, I shoot him,
Yeah,
I hit him with
Yeah.
hard stuff. Anyway, so that's the
magic
thing.
users are way better.
Yeah, they are. It's just
I get
it's just
it.
the real.
Real talk.
Yeah, it's anyway, so there's a lot of weird stuff in here. There is a helmet winged around the ears. It's bronze and has things that stick up from the top. One is a circle, and there are 2 crescents above it. You would recognize this as representation of the 3 moons of this world. Okay. And beside it is a chest plate or a breastplate of the same make. It looks like dope old elven armor.
Cool.
There is a scroll.
Agree.
Another scroll.
Need.
Give me the scrolls.
And beneath the deer carcass, you find, I mean, it's obvious, he didn't take too much trouble to hide it. There is a small shallow dugout place with a greasy sack. And in that sack, there's treasure. There's 368 silver pieces, and 40 gold pieces, and 327 copper pieces.
Is somebody gonna be the quartermaster?
I got a card.
Yeah, Tim usually likes to do the quartermaster stuff. He seems to enjoy that a lot.
Do it.
Is it?
No, what? He does.
Is it scroll spell? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Okay.
And next to the armor, there's also a dagger.
A magic dagger.
I'm gonna take the dagger. and the
40
helmet.
gold. How much silver? 368.
Yep.
How many?
Are there
copper?
any jars?
I think I said
Are
327.
there any canopic jars?
Are there jars?
There are no jars.
So as a cleric, can I cast spells?
Nope.
No.
Just pray for the best. Thoughts and prayers.
Stoppered vial.
So I'm not worried about finding any kind of spells or anything. Okay.
Now, meta, you might develop special things that be happening.
Okay.
But it's a surprise for me and a surprise for you. It's a surprise for everyone. Okay?
I'm gonna cast in my vote. I'm gonna cast need on the armor.
We both cast need on the armor and helmet.
Need.
Okay. Need on the armor and the helmet for the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what
Need
the
on
scrolls
dagger.
are like.
Need on the scrolls.
How about everyone just looks at the stuff and I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay.
It's obvious. You pick up the dagger, it's obviously something else.
Something
Super
special.
magical.
When you hold it, the world seems to darken around you,
Oh,
and you see the heartbeats and see the cardiovascular systems of every being.
I think he should probably have that.
I've already got it in my pack. I got the dagger and the helmet already in my
You don't just
pack.
write dagger. It's a freaking super magic dagger.
Yeah. Well, the helmet's still,
2 scrolls, Jim. You're not interested in these. You cannot read one of the scrolls, but the other one is magical. You can definitely read that if you cast your spell.
Yeah, I cast it.
Make your roll.
Which kind?
D12.
I get a D12?
Mm-hmm. Actually, we're really... it's fine.
Yeah, totally. It's fine.
Doesn't matter.
It's good.
This will take you some time to digest, but from scanning it, you can tell that it's very old, written by someone of much greater learning than you right now. But it is a spell to speak with a particular patch of darkness.
I stuck that in my spell book.
So how's that with the scrolls? Like
I'll have to play with that
it
later.
becomes in his spellbook?
He can copy it into a spellbook.
Nice.
So
The patch of darkness.
if I were to look at
spell.
the other scroll, could I read it?
It's not magical. You can read it, and it's actually church language, so you know how to read that. No one else does here.
Vanoju or whatever.
Yes, Vanoju.
Vanoju.
Nice.
It is a genealogy. And the very last name minus like 16 is circled in blood. And there's smudges of thumbs that look pretty recent all over it. But it goes all the way back to Romaganatin, which you know means demons. So it's some kind of infernal genealogy that this creature has in his horde. You can detect more information about it later, but
Okay.
there you go.
What about the helmet and the breastplate?
Now y'all can roll for it.
Okay. What do we roll?
Well, I mean, maybe
Or you just split it up.
No, what does it do?
Well, it at least protects you better than the cloth you're wearing.
touching them does not seem to evoke any kind
Okay.
of strange response in us.
Correct. It's not obviously magical, but it may be. You don't know.
Okay.
But it may just be fly.
Dripping in that swagoo.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You got some swagoo in my spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Swagoo with my spaghetti.
So what do we roll?
Oh, that's great.
I mean, does anyone prefer a helmet to a breastplate?
A, I think they should be together. B, I think they should be for people who are more
It belongs in a museum.
Fine.
People-
I'll take the helmet out.
it belongs
Or-
in a museum, as in we should sell it
I think it should go to the
in
fighter
the big
people.
city. We should.
You want to let him have
On the
it?
front line. No, the
Sell it.
peoples who are
Oh.
fighting.
Yeah, you are fighting. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, standing.
So
in
just
the
roll
front.
for it then.
Okay.
This is for the helmet.
20.
Yeah. You got it,
that.
baby. Okay, breastplate. Ooh, good luck. No. Helmet, breastplate.
What's fair? Everything
And you've
worked out.
got moon motif, bronze, elvish, ancient breastplate.
I'm ready to try to command a shadow at some point. I'm excited.
That's dope.
Really good one. So, I'm willing to split this jar of wine before I take this goo and fill my jar with goo.
Let's drink
Do
up.
you not have any armor yet?
So,
Do you not have any armor?
You both have... No, he has just robes.
Is there no penalty to him wearing armor or anything?
If he gets stabbed, it goes in his body.
it's a penalty.
No, I mean, is there a penalty to wearing armor?
Not for... I mean, if he wants to sneak around or look like he's
You
not
just
about to shank somebody.
take the breastplate too.
Put it under your robes.
But if we wish to get appraised maybe and see if and we get to bigger cities, might be worth a ton of money.
And you got all the cash written down?
It
Yes.
would be worth a ton of money. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Because we could buy you just like a normal something. If it's not magical, sell that, buy normal armor.
John's gonna be like, the poor you'll have
Wait.
with you always.
So YOLO.
Give me that money.
Is it armor of Our Lady?
Probably not. It's elvish.
Okay.
Being religiously studied, would you know of comparative? Did you study comparative religions? Would you know if this has any significance to 3 moons?
So 3 moons are a common motif throughout pretty much all the religions here because there are 3 moons on this planet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. But it's Elven, so.
And there's been a lot of history and a lot of dark ages between now and then, so who can say?
Okay.
But you know that your squad does not currently go about with this motif on you. It's not like y'all are all about spider imagery right now. It's the hot thing. It's the fruit of the spirit.
But you also said it's Elven.
Take my robe over.
Yes, the style and the molding and all that is obviously elven.
So I'm gonna like tie the helm to my waist
Okay.
and wear my robe over the chest piece.
You can.
That way, if we're seen by commoners and it happens to be something offensive, I can just say, "Oh, it's just a loot, something I found. I'm gonna go sell
Yeah.
it." That way, they're not like, "Oh, somebody of this order," and
It's
they try
not.
to kill me.
I'm turning this in. Don't worry about it.
So, yeah.
I'm just gonna sell this for cash money.
Yeah,
I'm going to the pawn shop.
It's fine.
So after we drink up the wine, I take a big gulp. I pass it. Hey, let's all drink up my jar of wine now.
Okay.
Wait, when did this happen?
He has a flask of wine, and he's wanting to pour it out.
It's a jar.
He's wanting to get rid of a jar of wine. He's wanting to get rid of it so he can put a bunch of white goop in it.
Goop.
Wait, is it clearly semen?
I mean, it's white,
I mean, it looks the same.
cloudy-ish goop.
I'm gonna fill it up to the brim. And
This
then
dagger-
I'm gonna screw the top on.
Okay.
Like if something's standing behind a boulder, can I see through the boulder and see the?
Yes.
Why don't you test it out?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stand behind this boulder. Can you see me?
Yes.
You might want to go to the cardiologist. He says.
I
Yeah,
see a
you,
murmur.
you can see all his veins and arteries.
That is a ridiculously cool item.
So cool.
Actually, it's really good.
But it doesn't give you +1, so throw it away.
Is
It's garbage.
if he looks at
Doesn't
the
give you
creature
+1.
outside, did he see anything about it? Can he tell anything about it?
And it doesn't have a heart.
It's just ectoplasmic.
Shit.
It's ectoplasmic goop.
It's clearly just made of semen. So. No, I'm
Mayonnaise
gonna.
monster.
Oh! Jim, I forgot like one of the most important parts of the cave. In a very recessed crack, there is a small scalloped out part near the wall. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you're about to leave, you hear a drip, and you look, and a small white drop falls into that little scalloped part.
Oh no.
It's going to be born again.
What
There
a
you go.
curious thing.
You plug it up.
Well, I'm great with rocks. So.
Plug it up with a rock.
Yeah, I could compress a rock and just.
Yeah, and then it expands.
Is that allowed? I'll just get a pebble. I'll turn it to rubber. I'll squeeze it.
Yeah.
I'll stop up the hole and
I
then
don't-
turn it back into rock.
I don't even need you to roll for that.
Mm-hmm.
You stop it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's magic.
Mm-hmm.
And
Was
And
that a
that's
smart
how
thing to
you do it.
Was that a good decision?
Who knows? Stick around for a day or two. See what
It's
happens.
probably ice cream, and well, you just missed out on a fast food restaurant opportunity.
Unlimited mayonnaise.
Guys, it's like
Success.
I know what it is.
Uh-huh.
I'm the master of this dungeon. Okay,
Listen.
listen.
I'm the master of this dungeon.
So we spent more time
You looking around
and see if there's any other
We got everything.
hidden doors.
What do you want?
Anything that goes deeper.
This guy.
Yeah, so you can spend some more time looking around. It's only I'd say it's probably about getting to be 4 o'clock or so in the afternoon now, and everything seems in order here.
You
I
get
mean,
a
he's
ton of
just got a
loot.
bunch of bones and junk.
Yeah, we get a ton of loot, and he's like, "Oh, I want more. They need some more. Let's get back to town. Come on."
Yeah, let's go back to town, get some rest.
This was a very
Scene.
profitable day.
And scene. All right, another successful adventure. Congratulations. No one died, although Jim got really close.
Doing fine.
He almost spilled himself to death. Turned his bones into rubber.
Told you could turn bones into rubber.
Oh, metaphorical.
Oh, did the stone trees recover?
No, they're just
They're
still
just
there.
like stone forever.
Yeah, congratulations, you changed the world.
Left your mark on the world.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So that was fun. In all the prospective imaginings, those are words, I had of this scenario, none of them turned out like... It was all... You know how it all happened?
Did you know that was the same thing you said about the other scenario?
I know. It happened again. I imagined, like, one player would just go into the cave, see the thing, and then the thing would come fight it, and he would win the roll, and then he would kill it, and that was it. And that was the game. And I was like, this is a very pure and simple scenario. It can be the first. That's fine. But it ended up a lot more entertaining than that.
That's because it kept growing crap.
Yeah. It did.
Wait, the fighter would win the role of killing it.
How could that have happened if you kept sprouting new parts?
Yeah, it was just lucky. Don't get in my head. You don't want to be there.
I don't get the never a true word has been spoken.
Thank you. All right, so let's conclude with the last moment for our long rest, because you guys will want to hit the tavern, drink up, and go to bed and die.
Mm-hmm.
So roll off to see who takes it, or somebody volunteer.
Jim or John, have a moment?
Oh, Jim, does John even know about moments?
No, I don't think so.
No, he wasn't here.
John doesn't even know about moments.
These are things to do
So John, wait. There are no points in this game.
whenever.
There are no points. There's
But
no
at least
inspiration.
one must be done at every rest.
There's no inspiration. There's no benefit to doing anything. You just have to do them at certain times. Do you understand? So these are the things you can do. Relief means you try to relieve a burden, yours or another's. You can also delegate this to someone else if you want them to do it about something in particular. You can try to bond with somebody. You can do revelations like Tim and Stacy have done that shows why your character is the way he is. You can do a slice of life, which is the default and pressure release, where it's the most chilled out and I don't have anything to say, so I'm just going to talk about what one particular concrete detail of the scene. Like, we see my guy chilling out with obvious relief as he sets his mug down at the bar. Done. That's the slice of life. It can be as simple as that. Just something that makes the world seem more real to us. But you have to do something. So if you want to reveal a character, because the object of the game is to make your character story happen. So if this were a TV show, how would you advance the story that you're beginning to have in mind for your character? That's the point of a moment. You can do it any time, but someone must do it at least once at every rest. That's it.
Just it.
Mm-hmm. I guess I could try to relieve a burden.
Ooh, what's that?
My virginity. No, it's romance. I mean, it actually is love. But,
Sounds like it.
well, I have this really, really high ideal of what losing my virginity should be like.
Okay.
And it involves a lot of romance and like a true acceptance of me as like a person and like seeing past my exterior and my sarcasm and my just bitterness and
Sounds like me from high
resentfulness
school.
of life.
Yeah, man. It's for real.
Yep.
All right, so do you want to go just try to find some eligible person, or do you want to show that you do a revelation to show that's what you want? Or do you actually want to take action right now?
I mean, if there's opportunity.
There's...
I'm looking for love. Is there anybody looking for love tonight?
In all the wrong places.
Let's see, in this tavern right now, there's the girl you just rescued, the sister, there,
Alright.
who is of marriageable age. There is a few wives from the town, and there is the daughter of the innkeeper, who is 23.
How about her? How about
Okay.
this cleric?
Oh, okay. Roll tide.
Wow.
So what's your character's name?
Saturn. Saturn.
Saturn.
How would Saturn try to put the moves on, or just try to ease into this? Because I imagine Saturn wouldn't like start with pickup lines, right?
I
He's
feel
not
like
gonna
he'll
neg her
ask
right
a
off.
lot of questions.
Okay.
Like a lot of questions.
So you guys are eating. You're eating like a.
Like,
You're eating pickled okra.
Not that kind of like questions about her religion and where she's from and what her parents do.
Showing interest,
And-
because that's what ladies like.
Yes.
I read somewhere that ladies like that.
I think it's obvious.
A lot of
It
questions.
was on Vice.
I think it's completely obvious
And I'm a really good listener.
to anyone around that it's transparent that this is what Saturn is doing, right? I think you, using your supernatural feminine intuition, would understand this.
I hope so. Sometimes I make little quips too. I mean, I'm listening, but I'm not like super good at this. I mean, so I can be a little edgy with my little gags. Hopefully, you appreciate that. I don't know.
So how would Rila respond to this?
No, not that.
I'm bald. I'm completely hairless. I have no eyebrows.
All right. I mean, I've got a little bit of a picture.
I'm
already.
chubby. And
So here's-
I'm soft. I look
Here's
soft
why
and
this is
powdery.
the perfect. This is
I-
the perfect storm because
Go ahead.
her burdens are beauty and ambition.
Mm-hmm.
She is completely obsessed with beauty in all things.
Sounds like she's a
She
great
could be a
candidate for the
comfort.
Crepuscular Queen.
She wants herself to be beautiful, and when she's around to be beautiful, and she's involved with to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So she has absolutely no interest whatsoever in you because you are not beautiful.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing: she's also has a burden to help the people, and so she sees this in you, but she doesn't want to like crush you and hurt you. But everything in her wants to just excoriate you for even trying. But she also has this, feels like she has this duty to not belittle you and tear you down. So she's really just trying her best to be short and curt and answer your questions, but show absolutely no interest.
So you're just like factually responding.
Factually responding to everything.
Well, I hope one day that I can win your heart.
So do you see what's happening?
So even though
Saturn?
I think I do, but I hope I can show you the beauty of.
She doesn't
more
mind
than
being
the
your
exterior
friend.
form.
Right, so you're kind of, she's trying to
Friend zone.
she's trying to friend zone you right now.
But you also said ambition, and I am pretty ambitious. I mean,
Ambition to
I'm trying to prove.
ambition.
I'm trying to prove myself a worthy heir.
She wants to. Her
You buy
ambition
the
is to
kingdom.
rise up
You
in the
are-
church hierarchy.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't being king kind of awesome though? I mean, is that attractive? No, isn't that beautiful?
No, religious hierarchies. What's that,
Okay.
brother?
Okay.
Brother.
2 swords. Sorry, that's a really insult.
All right, maybe I'll lose some weight.
So you see what's up.
Get a toupee.
I imagine you guys having an awkward parting that night as you go to your respective rooms.
I try, I just can't crack her.
Because I think you both know exactly what's happening, but are not saying it, right?
I still think she's really hot though.
Of course. I mean, it's John. So, I mean.
She looks like me with just long hair.
All right, and I think that is a perfect place to end this session of CCQ. Do we want to say any wise thoughts, or do we want to say that for next episode?
Next.
Next, I agree, Gigi Marie.